Well, hey friends, welcome to our second episode of Let's Talk About It. You guys know me, my name is Josh. I just want to welcome you if you're new to this, and hopefully you find this place as somewhere where you get to learn how to grow. I know people my age, between the ages of 18 to 30, we definitely are hungry for growth, and we're out there searching for meaning to life and just ways that we can grow. I just want to ask you guys to please comment, like, and subscribe if anything stood out to you, and if you feel like this is something that you need to show someone else, someone needs to know, hear about this, please press that share button and share it with them. We grow in community. That is one thing that is so evident in our society. Everyone that definitely has had someone in their lives help them get to another level. So I want to make this as clear, as honest and straightforward as I can, because there's not really much to hide. When it comes to personal development, we need to put things on the table as they are. And today, what we're going to be discussing on the table, what we're going to talk about is community. Let's talk about community in the life of a young adult. I've had the privilege of interacting with quite a few young adults. As a young adult myself, I can understand when I hear someone tell me that they can't really open up to someone because of the things that they've gone through. I understand when you really don't trust people with what you go through, what you've been through personally. For those that know me, they know that it's quite hard to get to me, to get to know me. The real me, meaning the me with the struggles, right? Because it's easy to show the good side, but it's very hard, and it's something else to show the good and the bad, right? Mostly because we're afraid people will see us different. That imposter syndrome plays a big role in the life of a young adult, especially when it comes to navigating who you are in life, especially when it comes to getting to a different level that you haven't been to before. Growth, imposter syndrome is one of the biggest poison that we can ever go through. It's just got to a point where I've seen it so much and we hear it everywhere, right? It is something that if you are not conscious of your imposter syndrome and the voice it appears as, you will end up in a tunnel where you see the light at the end. You see the light, you have so many ideas of how to get there, but you're just stuck and you don't know why you're stuck. And you're afraid to walk through that tunnel onto the other side. That's what imposter syndrome is like. And I have to be honest with you, friends, to say that at some level, there is immaturity in wanting to grow but not wanting to accept help from other people. Imagine the Burj Khalifa, right? So we all know that Rome wasn't built in one day. We all know that the Burj Khalifa wasn't built in one day, right? We know that Dubai was not built in one day, and it didn't take one man to build it. It did not take one man to build the Burj Khalifa. It took a lot of people to come together. People of different ages, of different ranks, right? Of different positions in society to get to a point where they could create something as beautiful as the Burj Khalifa, right? Now we know that. We know that Vusi Tembagwayo did not just grow up and become the person that he is now with no help from the community, with no mentor, with no one outside. He had people. We know that. He shares about that. He had people in his life. He had people. And we know that intuitively. So we know that we need people. We can't go through life and develop and grow alone. We know that we need people in our life, yet our response, our default response when it comes to growing, when it comes to getting to the next level, is always doing it alone. It's always you taking responsibility, which is good. For lack of a better word, I'm going to use responsibility, but it's just you taking all that weight and carrying it alone and trying to understand it alone and trying to basically navigate your life and your future, and your 2 steps from now, just wanting to pave that road that leads to your future alone. And you can never do that, because we all need community. We need someone that's going to basically look ahead, someone that has been through what we've gone through, and someone that's going to tell us like, hey, no, this step you're going to take, it's a dangerous step. Try rather going a little bit to the left. Perhaps that's fine, right? We need someone that's also that has been through that, and that is going to help us get through that. That is what community is for. And when I say community, don't get it twisted. I just don't mean just being around people, right? And sharing your dreams and your goals and your and just your aspirations and the person that you want to become, just sharing it with anyone. I mean, by community, I mean significant people, key people that are in your life, key people that you look up to. Having a mentor or having mentors, having a good circle of people, of friends, of people that you can look up to, people that are going to help you see life and things better, see relationships better, see your personality better, your character better, seeing business better, just getting a better understanding of every single thing around you. That's what I mean when I say community, because it depends. It depends again, anything, just as our choices depend on the good and the bad. So we have that, we have the choice to hang around the people that are going to influence us in the negative way. And we also have the power and just the free will to pick the people that are going to influence us in the positive way, right? I love this quote, and I love telling it to people, the quote that just says, if you want to be a millionaire, then you have to hang around millionaires, right? That's just how it's designed. And in fact, the great book, Bible, right, says that you need to hang around the wise. It says that, of course, I'm just paraphrasing it a little bit, but you need to hang around the wise, and you're going to be wise. If you hang around the fools, you're going to be a fool as well. You need to have people that are going to hold you accountable. I know I'm not the only one when I say that I'm struggling with setting my feet in the right places, right? Like, I'm struggling to meet the right people. I'm struggling to make the right choices when it comes to making good financial decisions, when it comes to making good decisions in my relationships, right? When it comes to growing and looking out for my future, I'm not good, and I'm looking to make the best decisions that I can in those areas. And I've gotten to a point where I realize that I can't do it alone. And surely we can never do it alone. There's no one right here that's going to tell me that they can go through life make the perfect decisions financially, in relationships, in their own personal lives. No one's going to tell me that, because we're all in this together. We're all in this together. Now, if you're between the ages of 18 and 30, you relate with me right now, and I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you right now. If you're between the ages of 18 and 30, then this is for you. Right? This is for you. You need to make the right decisions. You need to grow. A year from now, a year before, right? Like, what's the date today? The 17th of September last year, you wanted to become a better person. Now, I don't know when you're watching this, but just ask yourself, a year back, you wanted to become a better person. You wanted to do stuff differently. You wanted to become a different person. Are you that right now? Now, if you're not, then welcome. We're putting this together. We need to change. We need to make the right decisions. Now, I don't mean to say that I did not completely change, right? I'm a totally different person than, last year for sure. And I've totally made different choices, and I'm on a better level, but didn't happen the way that I wanted it to, at the level that I was thinking about. Now, I'm going to accept. That's one thing that if you're in my position as well, you need to accept the blessings as they are, right? But if you're not, and if your journey is starting today, your journey should start now, right? To say that a year from now, you want to become a better person. Then what you need to know is that you cannot do it alone. You cannot do it alone. You need someone that's going to be there with you, that's going to hold your hand, and that's going to walk with you. I don't mean that literally for the guys and the women, but you're going to need someone that's going to advise you on making the good decisions when it comes to your life, your personal life, your relationships, right? When it comes to making financial decisions, you need someone that's going to show you the right steps to take. You cannot do it alone. You cannot do it alone. Rome wasn't built in one day, nor was it built by one person. You need people in it. You need people in your life, and we need to get out of this. We need to get out of this mentality that we can do it alone. That you just need to lock in alone, forget about everyone else, and just work. Right? You can't do it alone. You can't do it alone. If you're a person, if you're between the ages of 18 and 30, and you're not striving to become a better person, a good, better person, better in finances, your life, your romantic relationship, if you're stagnant and you're okay with where you are right now and you're not looking to get any better, then there's a serious problem with you and you need to get yourself checked out. Now, I'm gonna hope that there's no one that is like that. Right? There's no one that's comfortable with no growth, right? I'm guessing we're all the same in saying we want to get better, we want to get richer, we want to get, stronger. If it's like that, then we need people. Now, how do we get to a point where we have someone or people that are going to walk with us, right? Especially now, one thing that I've noticed is that young adults are basically like small businesses, right? They're expected to grow and everyone has high hopes on them, but there's no help from the older ones, from people that have actually gotten out there, right? People that have done that, right? Have conquered that. People are in good positions. They're not providing any help for us young people, right? Like someone getting to you and going like, hey, I think I like you. I want to mentor you. Can I? Very rarely that you hear of that. So what do we need to do? We need to take action. Yes, we need to take action. And the first step of action into growing personally, in community, is reaching out. It's reaching out. You'd be surprised how many people are open to help, are open to leading. You'd be surprised how many people want to see you grow. They're just not going to get to you. They're just not going to reach out to you, but you need to reach out to that person. We all have people in our communities. We all have people that are going to help us, that are in a better position than us. People that we, something they have or something they're like, we want to be like that. And they are willing to help. They are willing to help. You just need to go there and say, hey, help me out. Teach me. Teach me how you do it like this. Teach me how you got that. Teach me. The second step is to be teachable. It's one thing to want to be taught, but it's another thing to be teachable. I can testify of that. You need to be humble enough to learn. And when it comes to learning, some lessons won't be nice, but they're beneficial. When it comes to learning, you need to humble yourself, put your ego and pride aside and say, hey, okay, Josh, you're going to grow and you're going to learn from this person. They're going to mention some things about you that are toxic, that you are comfortable with, some things about you that are going to make you feel like you're being judged or being changed, but they just want the best of you because they've seen that or they've been through that and they see that this thing can hinder you from actually growing. That's the beauty of community as well. That's the beauty of having someone that's going to help you. That's the beauty of having people that want you to grow because they see your potential and they see the things that might hinder that and they want to remove that. And you need to listen to that. You need to listen to that because a fool will despise correction, but a wise person is going to love a person that will correct them. That's how you get better. That's how you know better. That's how you get wiser, by just being corrected, learning. And the third thing is practice. Practice what you're taught. You reach out and you're being taught. You're teachable and you learn, but those resources you don't do anything with it. You just keep all that knowledge inside and you don't practically put it into action. You're not going to grow because there's just something with you actually putting things into action. What you learn, actually using it in your day-to-day life, that's where the truth grows. The true growth comes in you actually putting in that practicality of that knowledge that you have. That's where it all goes in. That's where it all comes from. Just to summarize, you need to reach out. Reach out to the necessary person. Reach out to the necessary people. All right? Ask them to teach you. Secondly, you need to be teachable. There's no point in having a teacher if you're not teachable. And thirdly, you need to practice what you were taught. Even though it's hard, trust me, I know. But you need to practice what you're taught. Now, I just want to remind you guys to please comment, like, and subscribe if you want me to talk about something else, or whether you have any different opinions when it comes to this topic right now. Please don't mind sharing, and follow us on Instagram as well at Let's Talk About It with Jay. Let's Talk About It WJ.